The financial and other dealings of the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago came up for scrutiny on Wednesday during a meeting of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee. There, head of the authority Hayden Newton and his team opened themselves up for questioning about matters of interest to the public. More in a story compiled by Vivian Bowen.
Despite the mixture of praises and criticism coming from committee members, General Manager of the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago Hayden Newton acknowledged that the authority faces several challenges. One of the hurdles, he said, revolved around the implementation of the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act. According to Mr. Newton, the authority has become fully compliant to the amended procurement legislation, but he pointed out some vendors were out of their reach.
We're talking about procurement where, in fact, there might be situations where it's only one or two vendors internationally who is, in fact, providing these kind of services. Let me give you a good example. I'll give an example. Bowen would not, in fact, come to pre-qualify in Trinidad. And this is a challenge that, in fact, not only the Airports Authority, but some of the other providers of aviation services would have.
Another problem that Mr. Newton outlined was the integrity of security personnel at the airport. He noted a new policy by the authority has unearthed a difficulty in the recruitment process.
We have introduced polygraph in our level, and that has caused a challenge, not only the challenge. We have had a high failure rate. That has been a challenge, and it has affected our engagement in terms of the security department. And I want to say this, this is something I should say. One of the challenges that in Trinidad and Tobago that has happened is with respect of the decriminalization to an extent of marijuana.
Also coming out of the Public Accounts Committee meeting on Wednesday, the General Manager highlighted that in 2024, efforts would be placed on filling outstanding vacancies in the Airports Authority. However, he indicated that there were issues with retaining some staff members.
Your skilled, trained people, they are very mobile, let's put it like that. And we have had situations where, in fact, even with my challenges with the vacancies, where I would have lost some of the critical manpower to agencies throughout the Caribbean. One of my deputy general manager went into as the general manager in terms of the BVI, and I had a number of my other significant HR talent moving to other airports in the Caribbean.
The Public Accounts Committee meeting examined the audited statements of the Airports Authority for the years 2013 to 2019.
And despite improvements to their debt payments to the Airports Authority of Trinidad and Tobago, AATT, Caribbean Airlines Limited is still the authority's biggest debtor. Making the disclosure at a Public Accounts Committee meeting on Wednesday was Financial Controller of the AATT, Mrs. Carmela Wallace-Shanklin. During the session, Mrs. Wallace-Shanklin revealed that CAL owes just over $35 million to the Airports Authority.
And currently our debt is approximately $72 million. And of that $72 million, 50% of it is collectible from Caribbean Airlines. Our debtor days is currently 72 days, and our relationship with CAL has severely improved over the past couple of months in terms of their debt repayment, and we expect that our $72 million in debt will be collected.
The AATT Financial Controller also reminded that Cabinet had written off a $205 million debt from CAL to the AATT for the period 2007 to 2019. She noted that CAL's debt is mainly due to rent because of the airline's head office and hangar spaces.